refurbished Fredbears. As you probably heard by now, a new company bought this place out and is building a franchise off of it, so it's already seeming pretty promising. Well, at least more than last time. But normally I wouldn't even be here right now, but since you took time off, some things have kind of changed, to put it lightly, and management really wants me to help you on your first week. But getting to the point, you probably noticed something with your new setup. One of the first things we got out of the new partnership was a much better security system, which includes some cameras around the building, so no more walking around all night with a flashlight. Just be glad they're paying you the same. But on something more important, they've been messing with the robots since we bought out. Remember how they used to be deactivated at night? Well, they can walk around during the day now, which is cool and all, but they don't exactly have a night mode or anything, so what I'm saying is they'll probably wander into your office at some point. Though, they aren't dangerous or anything, but there's no way in hell we're getting any new equipment if it breaks, so I left you something on your desk there. It's a tape recorder with one of those tapes they use during the day. It's supposed to bring them back to the stage like it's some real-time coding or something, so hopefully it'll work. Just keep in mind the recorder's a little busted, so it should still work though. It just can't be rewound, so make every use count. One more thing before I go, always keep an eye on camera 2. There's some robot back there that gets a little handsy when the music isn't playing. Don't ask me how that one works, just use the monitor to play the music box and keep everything in check. Oh, and the flashlight might stun the robots for a bit. Don't forget to use it on the doors from time to time as well. That should be everything. Alright, good night, man. Watch out for him. He acts the same as Bonnie though, so the tape should probably work on him as well. Speaking of Bonnie, they might actually be getting more active as you finish your first work week. Don't know why, but it was something I was also told, so if you aren't already, you should probably be checking some of those cameras or your doorway. By the way, I'm just gonna get this out of the way, and don't freak out, but I'm pretty sure it was a good move not to let them in your office last night. Not that they were gonna hurt you or anything, it was just, they've been acting up recently. Ever since what happened those years ago, things just haven't been the same. Just keep an eye on them tonight, and remember not to run out of tape. Management wouldn't be happy about that, so I promise next week I'll talk to someone about getting you a new one of those. Also, one more thing, the animatronic in Camp 2 didn't really talk about it much last night, but I think you deserve to know what's actually going on in there. It's this fidgety old robot we've had for God knows how long. It's actually like one of the first ever animatronics that our owner built, but no one really likes it, so it's just way too old and no one cares about fixing it up or using it. Even the people who bought us don't want anything to do with it, so we just kept it in the back and sometimes use it for parts when we really need to. I mean, if it keeps it calm or whatever, just try not to forget about it. Anyways, I think that's everything. Just keep doing what you're doing and you'll be golden. See you later, man. Hey man. This might be a quicker call since I don't want to bother you too much tonight. You've probably already gotten comfortable with everything by now, but we just got some new robots. Yeah, things have been kind of hectic today. The classics just aren't, acting right. But we're keeping them in the bag for now until we get things sorted out with them. They've been calling new ones like spring locks, I guess. I guess it rolls off the tongue, but more importantly, it's going to be a part of the whole rebranding thing the company's trying to do, and thankfully that means the robots that are coming in aren't going to be total pieces of crap to work with. I don't think they should cause you issues like the other ones, so if you see anything out of the ordinary, just, ignore it. I heard the new models could double as costumes too, but if I'm being honest, I'm not sure how safe I'd feel being inside one of those things. Besides all that, nothing much has changed. You've probably already gotten used to the whole routine by now. Nothing much really changes around here even after the buyout, but still, I want to remind you, don't forget to check on the storage room or the TV room or whatever we decided on calling it. Just don't forget to keep the music playing. Honestly, I don't know why we still have that piece of junk in that room, but hopefully one day we'll be able to throw it out. But until then, it's your problem. Keep doing what you're doing though, and keep the music playing, of course. You'll be fine. See you later, man. showing up. Sorry it's been an eventful week to say the least, but by now I'm sure you've got it down. You might have heard by now, but tomorrow we're going to have a birthday party. Our first since the rebrand started, actually. And since it's going to be a big deal, I really needed to make sure everything is working fine tonight. The morning crew won't have any time to repair anything before the party, so it's important that you keep everything in check. Also, after this week's over, it's probably going to be a much smoother experience since you'll be getting that new tape recorder. The one that actually works. By the way, this is just off the record, I guess, but those spring lock suits, I'm not sure how I feel around those things. No one even wanted to wear one of them since they came in, mostly because of how sensitive they are to just snapping back into robot mode. I mean, one of those things that could just make the spring locks loosen up is just breathing on them the wrong way, or just getting slightly wet. Honestly, I'm not sure how they thought this was safe enough to ship out, but maybe we're just the guinea pigs for that sister location the company has that open. I'll maybe get back to my own shift. You know the drill, though. Keep an eye on everything, make sure that music box doesn't stop playing, and you'll be golden. Tomorrow's gonna be a big day.
I